uVu TV. I'm Jessy Schuster. Today we are on location in beautiful Surfside. It is located between Miami Beach and the village of Bird Harbor. The town of Surfside offers boutique, shop, restaurant and a beautiful beach. Each year Surfside has an annual festival. It has craft, art, painting, food and of course performances. uVu met with one-of-a-kind artist, Tashmia Ignacio. She created a new form of art called twiling. It is basically the art of twirling paper into art form using different colors. Tashmia explained more about the original concept in this uVu exclusive.
Hi, my name is Tashmia Ignacio. I live in Hollywood. That's where my studio is located. I've developed this style of artwork that consists of roll paper art. I hand roll each piece of paper. I cut them to various heights so it adds to the textural quality. I've recently begun adding lighting, as you can see in this piece. And I create the designs using the various colored rolled papers. I get a lot of the inspiration for my designs from nature, but it just started about 11 years ago when I rolled one piece of paper and I just never stopped. Just kept rolling. It became very addictive and it's become my passion since then. I trademarked the name twiling because this art had never been done when I developed it 11 years ago, and then people would ask me, what do you do, what type of medium, and I would try to explain it, but I couldn't say it was painting and I couldn't say it was drawing or sculpture, so I had to come up with a word, and I came up with the word twiling, kind of from twirling the paper, and so that's why I call it twiling, and that's the name that I've given it. One of my favorite, oh, they're all my favorite, but the more brightly colored ones I would have to say are my favorite. This piece took about 50 hours, from rolling to the actual creation of artwork, because each piece is hand rolled. I call it painting with paper, so I consider it to be painting just like a painter would use paint, except I have to roll each piece to get my quote-unquote paint, and then I make the design from there. Well, I have the artwork in mind, and I have the colors that I'd like to use, so I then have to find the paper, and then sometimes you don't have the exact color paper that you want, so you have to combine or put two papers side by side and mix them together, and when your eye blends the colors, it then looks like the color that I'd like it to be. So that's why I call it painting with paper, because it's just like an artist would use paint and blend like yellow and red. And so if I have to take a red and a yellow paper, put them together, and then when you stand back, your eye will mix it and make it look like a varieties of orange. I was an artist ever since I was young. I went to Norland Middle School, the visual arts school. I went to Design and Architecture Senior High. And when I was a senior in high school, that was the first time that I ever rolled one piece of paper. And once I rolled that one piece of paper and I got this idea, it just kept going from there. I didn't stop. I started researching paper, and I realized that acid-free paper doesn't fade. So I started making my work from fade resistant. I started learning how to roll the paper better and make the rolls tighter, and the designs just keep coming to me. I have so many in my head that want to come out, but it's so time consuming that it's hard to just have lots and lots in inventory. But as I sell more, I add to the inventory, and I didn't always roll paper. I studied as an artist, so I did drawing, I studied painting, I studied photography, sculpture. But this is the one I'm sticking to because I want to get it out in the public. It's never been done before, and I started putting them into furniture, tabletops specifically. I've done a chair, and I like developing a line of art that combines, for instance, tabletops with wall art, so that the furniture can not only match each other, but actually the artwork on the wall as well. I have an online gallery. I work primarily from my studio.
South Florida has so many fantastic artists, and some of them choose to use art as a tool to spread messages around the world. For example, our next artist, Young, chose to use art to communicate a peace activism. She talks more about her passion in the Let's Think Peace exhibit that took place in Miami Beach in January.